Hello and welcome to Villa View. I'm Paul Bradley and I'm joined on the phone now by Aston Villa correspondent Matt Kendrick. Hi Matt.
Hello Paul.
Well, it was a fairly busy day for Aston Villa yesterday on the transfer deadline day. Just tell us how the deals went with Jermaine Jenas and Alan Hutton.
Yeah, it got quite close in the end, the excitement of deadline day. I think it was certainly after 10:30, pushing on 11 o'clock by the time that both deals were finalised. Alan Hutton was given permission from the Scottish FA where he was on international duty. He was given permission to travel down from Scotland for a medical with Villa yesterday evening. That went through without too many issues. And likewise, Jermaine Jenas was commissioned by Tottenham to come along to talk to Villa and have his medical. Like I said, there was a slight delay in completing the paperwork at the 11th hour, but was pushed through in good time for the deadline, and both players were announced as new Villa signings just after 11 o'clock last night.
And just sum up very briefly for us what the deals are with both of those. One's a loan and one's permanent. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, Jermaine Jenas is a loan for the season. Just to clarify, it's not to buy. It's just a straight loan. So it looks like he'll be heading back to White Hart Lane next May. Alan Hutton has signed a 4-year contract, which takes him to 2015. The fee is undisclosed. I'm led to believe it's somewhere around £1,000, but that, like I say, that's unconfirmed, that figure.
Just say that figure again there, Matt. We lost you for a second then.
Oh, sorry, it's 3.5 million is the unconfirmed figure. I think the fee's going to remain undisclosed. I'm led to believe it's somewhere around that area anyway. So, it'll be interesting to see how they both fit in. I know the manager's been looking for a right back to replace Luke Young, who was sold to Queen's Park Rangers last week. And I don't think that the recruited Alan Hutton is a slight on young Chris Hurd in any way, because McLeish and most people last weekend were extremely impressed with how he played against Wolves. I think it's just the manager would welcome more experience to add to an already very experienced back four. As for Jermaine Jenas, I think it's well documented that McLeish feels Villa have lacked a bit of invention in the middle of the park in the opening season. Obviously, they've lost Stuart Downing and Ashley Young during the summer months, and although Charles N'Zogbia has arrived, it's a big ask for Charles N'Zogbia to be the one creative influence. So I think McLeish is hoping that Jermaine Jenas can get back to something like the form that he previously in his career that kind of catapulted him onto the England stage, and he can be a creative as well to try and get Villa from being not just functional but having plenty of flair as well.
And one player Villa did miss out on yesterday was Joe Cole from Liverpool, which was obviously a big surprise to most Villa fans in the middle of the day yesterday when that news broke. Yeah,
it was a surprise to me as well, because I found it surprising that Villa would be in for a deal for a player who would obviously command such high wages. Now, Joe Cole at Liverpool, I think, was on £90,000 a week. And given that Randy Lerner and Alex McLeish are trying to cut Villa's wage bill, then I think if that Joe Cole deal was to have happened, then it would have had to have been partially funded by Liverpool. In the end, Joe Cole chose Lille in France, even though he's got to commute on the Eurostar every day, I'm led to believe. But it was a bold move for Villa, but I think maybe it was perhaps more in hope than expectation. I think Cole may have already made his mind up to play in France, and obviously the Champions League was something that Villa couldn't compete with.
And just lastly, Matt, before you go, looking at Villa's squad now, is there anywhere that you think Villa still may be in a bit of trouble, or are they well set to get them through till January?
I think it mainly depends on injuries and suspensions. I think the main thing is if you look at the first 11, first 14, and they do look fairly strong. Well, they look equipped for a top 10 finish. I know Villa fans, and understandably so, will be looking for more than that. But I think he's got the basis of a strong 11. I think he's now got experience that they definitely need in Hutton. Genus. I think if those two signings wouldn't have gone through late last night, he would have been a big concern in having seen John McKeown and Luke Young leave in recent days. But yeah, I just hope that McLeish can keep all his players fit, and keep them all happy. I mean, he needs that dressing room to be working together. We can't have some of the kind of internal squabbling that went on last season. So yeah, it's a case of wait and see. Probably best to ask me in January at the start of the next window just how strong they are.
Okay, Matt, well, look, thanks for your thoughts today. We'll be back again next week with more Villa View.